Welcome to Kiwis and Dragons, a D&D adventure from Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of hobbits. Our intrepid party of adventurers consists of Dunkin, a fighter with a heart of gold and a brain of turnip.
Alright, Grandma Dana used to say, it's not the fall that kills you, it's hitting the ground.
She's not wrong.
Could be quite appropriate.
Undra Vermis, a drowned necromancer with a fascination of death and a mystery to solve.
I would say fun in dysfunction.
Tish Dustbite, a gnome bard that sings like an angel and talks like a mugger in a dark alley.
In the great words of a great band of Kiwis called Herbs, dragons and demons are in your head. And they seem to be all over the place. Thank you.
And Skjold Gunvardsson, a war cleric who lets his hammer do most of the talking.
Grattis på födelsedagen till en till level up, Esbjörn.
Oh, I like that all.
Right on.
I think there was a hint in there for the dungeon master. I think.
Yes.
I'm going to need the fan.
I speak
Yes.
Skjold.
Yes. It was so, please don't kill me, just kill the others.
See, I can count to 3, 2. 1, 2, 3.
I can get behind this. Yes.
Well, we join the group at a pretty pivotal moment in maybe one of their lives.
Duncan's life.
On the journey down to the Stonewall Mining Company, the mine south of Stin's Hollow, driven by a dream of sorts that Skjold had, they encountered a mountain wyvern who decided a small snack was in order and really was probably going to go for the horse. But Duncan took its place and being the stubborn dwarf he is still holding firm to the wyvern as it decides that this will do and flies off up into the air now 60 feet away from the cart, 60 feet high in the air. We join the group starting with Tish, second in the initiative order. The dragon's flying off. You see Duncan disappearing into the sky, the light getting even smaller than he is normally. Dragon hightailing it. He does some damage to it, but it's now kind of making its way back, heading slowly, banking towards the mountain. What do you do?
Or wave. Buddy! I think that I will just quickly whip out my crossbow and aim it at the... What did you call that thing?
A mountain wyvern.
That thing. Yep. How do I play my 1 point of inspiration that I get every day?
Well, you say, "How would you like to use my inspiration, please, DM?" And then what I say is, "Not a problem." And you roll 2 dice instead of 1 and take the higher.
Oh, okay. And which 2 dice do I get to roll?
For your to attack, you roll the d4s.
No, your D20s.
Oh, sorry. That's right, those 2. So roll both of them and take the higher one.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 16 and a 5. I'll take the 16.
You certainly do. So what did you rank to the 16?
Some points. I'm just going to find that on my little sheet here. Dun, 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 dun. 16. Oh, 21. I had to think about that.
21 definitely. 21 definitely hits.
Yes. Oh, goody. And then I roll 3 d6s. I roll 1 d6 and I add 3. I got excited. That's that one. Happy thoughts. I'm rolling it. That's a 6. And it's 3 is 9 to hit.
No, 9 damage.
Oh, 9 damage. Oh, sorry. Woo! It's a lot of taking in words. Terminology. So I hit that
Okay,
and I
good.
hurt it.
Arrow loses. Duncan, as everyone is getting smaller, you see this arrow just kind of launch up, getting bigger, and just sink into the underbelly of the wyvern as it's flying away. It kind of jolts and screeches, but continues to fly. A little bit laboured in its movement now, but still making its way toward the high mountain.
Can I hold my bonus action? Come on.
You can hold your action.
Okay, there, that thing.
What would you like to do?
I just want to hold it. I don't have the words to express myself.
No, normally you hold your action.
Okay. Is that the name of my sex parchment?
I would like to hold my action.
Hold my action.
Not a bestseller.
Thank you.
So no, yeah. Normally you
Oh,
hold your.
and you want to run in the direction of the wyvern as well? Did I hear you say?
Yeah, I want to sort of. Yeah, I do.
As bait.
That's it. I got all excited after I did the crossbow. I want to jump off the thing and dash towards the direction of the wyvern.
Okay, so
Thanks.
Yep, make you 25 feet. So by the time you get
But
down,
if I
jump
dash,
down.
isn't it more?
Well, you've technically used your action already to fire your crossbow.
Super.
Smashing great. Wyverns go.
Oh no, just skip him. He's busy.
Well, he's flying, and he is. No, he is going to.
Think about what he's done and sit down and have a cup of tea. No.
It's a pretty basic creature like Duncan.
True.
So rude.
I know.
Probably disgusting.
Duncan is,
Harsh,
Duncan is
I felt.
holding him. He doesn't have the wyvern doesn't have a firm grip on Duncan. So what he's going to do is actually going to try and attack you with his tail. It can't. It won't use the multi-attack feature because I'm going to.
No, that'd be too showy of us. It's not like that. It's not the type of personality of a wyvern.
Okay, no, what it's going to do actually, Duncan, you see as it shifts and banks in the air, you kind of, in fact, you don't see it, you feel a tensing in the leg that you're holding onto, and see movement in the second leg, and this huge claw just kind of veers up and tries to, I'm going to say, try and knock you off of your perch. It wants to be in control of this grasp, not have you hanging onto it. So it's going to make a strength check versus you to try and shove you effectively.
Or bring it on, wyvern.
Okay.
You're
So
not big enough.
So you plummet to your death.
No, not necessarily. And that's going to be a 14, so about 10 plus 4.
Right. Come on, Duncan. Oh, that's cocked. I'm going to throw that again because that was nearly a 19, or it could have been a 6. No, honestly, it was either. Oh, 18 plus 3. That's
Okay,
21.
So, the kind of this huge claw comes up to, and you kind of almost rake you and tear you off of your purchase.
Right, I'm going to try and pull it down towards the ground.
If I was to
heavy
do so,
thoughts.
I'm going to say, yeah, that was more of a special attack, so it probably won't benefit from its multi-attack having just done that. So it's just kind of just going to carry on flying. So now, using its full flight movement of 80 feet, it will just continue to fly toward the mountain. You see it just moving into the distance, the three of you. It's now 140 feet away from you. Getting smaller, getting smaller.
So it's 140 feet away. How high up is it?
So it's about 60 feet high. It's not gained any elevation, but
Okay.
it's Under there. You'll go.
I'm waiting for him to finish doing his math.
It's a 3.
Wow.
Three.
There's lots of threes.
They didn't teach you this at school. It was all about if a ladder's leaning against the wall. It's never like if your stupid dwarf is hanging onto a wyvern. And
I think I maybe just say some kind words for Duncan's impending death. He was a lovely little thing, often smelled of shit.
How flat is the terrain between us and Duncan? Could we potentially chase them down with the cart?
Yeah, possibly if you can get the horses under control and turn around and charge with them. So yeah.
And am I right in thinking this is the plains of rubber? And they're all very
yes.
bouncy. Do I remember seeing that on the map somewhere?
That sounds so right.
I'd like to say yes. So how far away actually?
It's about 140 feet from you, and it's about 60 foot up. So
And I can move how far?
You can move 60. I think if you dash, what's your movement? 30 feet.
Yeah.
So if you dash, you can move 60 feet.
was thinking if he's too far away, I was going to do some dancing lights to try and encourage it over here. And maybe then feed it a horse. So I'm going to try that.
So, yep. So
I'm going to
what
try and attract the very
what-
dangerous wyvern
what are you trying to do
over
exactly?
to us.
Is casting
Dancing lights.
whereabouts on the horses? Or?
Sort of, yeah, close to the horses, sort of in the direction.
Yep.
And then we'll do something good, and I will say very quietly, duck. Okay, do I have to roll?
I don't think you have to roll for the dancing lights, do you?
Okey-dokey.
This is a great moment where we go, hey guys, know your spells, you tell me.
Yeah, you create up to 4 torch-sized lights within range, making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs that hover in the air for the duration. You can also combine the 4 lights into one glowing, vaguely humanoid form. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that
Yes.
sounds really
Of
neat.
medium size, whichever form you choose, each light sheds dim light and a 10-foot radius. Dim light. Enough to attract a wyvern?
Or you just have to find out.
You can move the light of the day. Okay. Okay, so in the air, I'm going to dangle with my powers a humanoid light sort of up and away from us. So it comes in this general direction so that Duncan can fall safely to the ground if he decides to let go of the thing. That's what I'm doing.
That sounds so cool.
So
It is
cool.
very cool.
Oh, amazing.
You do this in your desperate hope to attract the wyvern. And
Whilst also saying some kind words.
yeah. Immediately, you're not entirely certain whether it has made any impact on the creature. Yeah, and Duncan, it's your go.
Okay.
So you're now about 140 feet away from the cart.
Okay.
And about 60 foot up.
I've made it look like Duncan's grandma.
Right. I'm going to try and hit the wyvern.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my inspiration to try and hit it as well.
Nice.
Is that all good?
Yeah, it does. I'm just looking for something now. I'm just getting ready.
Oh, that wasn't good. But that was a natural 20.
See what that is? You know what that is, eh?
A dice, yes.
And
Yeah.
I've missed you, fellas.
How cruel.
I don't even do those.
And that's me, necrotic
Oh,
axe.
that's so cool.
So that was 6 damage plus another 4, so that's 10, 11, 14 damage.
Oh, that sounds really good. Oh,
I mean, it seems foolish to be hitting something that you're attached to quite high up in the air, but
but fun. What a lot of fun he's
because
having.
I'm going to glide it down.
is that how
like
it works?
a sycamore leaf falling from a tree. It'll be just like that.
Like
Yes.
magically.
And you're only 3 feet up anyway.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you bring your axe around, and your axe connects in a soft part of tissue, where its leg joins to its body, and sinks deep, and this kind of spray of arterial blood just gushes out and covers you. The creature falters for a second, and slowly starts to fall. And the creature then curls up into itself. You've actually killed the wyvern. And it's now starting to plummet.
Oh, excellent.
Right.
Crawl
Well, plan's
inside.
working
Well,
entirely as I thought it through.
Very much
Now.
looking forward to this.
Form a movement. Can I clamber up onto its back
You get in there.
to get a bit more of a soft landing?
You said it was
It's
all
going to make you
curling
travel
in.
even faster. It's going to go boing.
The creature starts to fall immediately. So yeah, make a
Or at least can I try and manoeuvre it so I'm not actually underneath it when it lands?
the weight of the creature just kind of almost folds in on itself. Tail and head, the body, the heaviest part of it is what's falling now, and it's falling quite quickly. Yep, you managed to kind of move yourself up and make sure that the torso of the wyvern is what's going to hit the ground first.
I think I'd climb in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, at this stage, I think it is a good time to use my second wind to get some hit points back, because I have a feeling I'm going to need them in a bit.
Yes, great idea.
So that's 4 plus my level, so that's 8 hit points back, which brings me up to 50. That's survivable, surely.
Probably fine.
Right, okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
Right, top of the round. You guys hear this kind of shrill pierce the kind of suddenly quiet sky. Yeah. And then you see the momentum of the wyvern just stop and falter as it starts to plummet. And it's all very surreal as the creature just like folds in on itself and just starts falling toward the ground quickly.
Oh, Dunkin.
In the split second you see it falling, you kind of ascertain that it's maybe going to be a handful of seconds, maybe 6 or 7 seconds before it hits the ground.
Oh, bravo, Duncan! You've done a lovely job there. Yes,
I
very well done.
actually googled like how long it takes to fall. It would be about 3 seconds.
Well, I wasn't. I was just giving you a round.
There was
I know-
a
I know
breeze.
you were.
Says in order.
I know you were, but I just thought. Oh,
And
to
there's
be
a
honest, 'cause
breeze.
I did
That's
check
why
it
I
out.
should say.
Yes, yes. The quiet is broken by the guard, the mining captain who's with you, Lad, and he just turns around and goes, "Bloody hell!"
It will be. Yes.
Yeah. Shold, what are you doing?
Now I'm running towards the crash site.
Okay.
Oh,
Full dash.
yes.
Oh, there isn't
I'd
actually
like
a
to
crash
see.
site yet. That's going to come in a minute.
Yeah,
So you're
So-
140 feet away.
yeah. I'm gonna run because I want to be as close as possible when I need to resuscitate people.
Okay, so from your position there, you have to make your way around the cart, unfortunately. So 5, 10, 15.
That's if I should
Right.
cast blindness on him, so at least
And
he
then you
doesn't
dash.
see
So
it.
what does that put you?
Like 40 feet closer.
So
So-
frightened.
So say 100. You're 100 feet away.
Oh, golly.
Tish, what are you doing?
How far away am I?
You are 120. No, you are 140 there. So you move yourself up. We don't need to now. So, and you're 20. So you're 120 feet away.
Right. And if I... Yep, I'm really excited. And I need to get closer and throw my featherfall, but I need to be really close to do that.
What's the range of featherfall?
60. That's all I've
The
got,
bit
guys.
running around to try and get
It's running.
underneath him.
Juggle the dead Duncan.
I like this attitude. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. I'm
What
sure
else can
someone
you
will
do?
save
I
you.
mean-
It's fine.
So what do you want to do?
What I just did, but
Usually
make it
your
more
movement's 25 feet. Your dash will be 50 feet.
sense. And if I dash, can I still get... Oh, I'll still be like 10 feet. Well, not by the time he comes to...
And to dash would be to use your action.
Oh, well, that's just...
Featherfall's a reaction, though, so you don't actually have to use your action to
Yeah,
cast
it's a
it.
reaction.
And let's say if 140 feet was me on the other side of the cart, it's gonna bring her a bit closer.
Yeah. I should have just jumped on you as you went past.
Is there straw in the back of the cart? I mean, I've seen it in the movies.
Maybe a nice cushion, something like that.
A
Um,
bean
How high can I
bag.
jump?
I'm just, okay. So you're going to use your dash to get. What are you going to do?
Yeah, that's all I've got left in me. Is the hope that I'll dash, and then can I throw my featherfall? Does that make that sounds good to me? I like it.
No, so it's a reaction which you take when you or a creature within 60 feet of you falls. So unless he's within 60 feet of you, you can't technically use it. So you're 120 feet away now. You dash 50 feet. That puts you 70 feet away from Duncan.
Well, you suck.
You guys have got,
not you.
So problem solved team. You've got 10 feet. You've got to get it closer by 10 feet.
Throw me.
Or Duncan needs to get closer by 10 feet by hang gliding this wyvern.
Just slap her with the mage hand.
At that point, Duncan hits the ground.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Everyone that might be watching,
teamwork.
at the end of Duncan's turn, he hits the ground.
Oh, hold on, team.
Running?
Yeah.
How long is a wyvern? Can I just ask?
Oh, it's a large creature.
Is it spinning somewhat as it
Well, yeah.
falls?
No, okay. So the wyvern is dead, falling to the ground.
If you hang on to its tail,
Underdo, what are you doing?
is it me? Oh no!
Sheesh.
Can I put a mage hand to sort of catch him, but only like 10 pounds of him? It's just going to take the weight a little
Like
bit.
his head or a foot or something.
Or can I use the mage hand to push? Oh no, we've got no time. Is it down to me? Oh, shit. I've got shield, but it's only for me.
Think outside the box. Sure, you can do something.
I could just kill him, put him out of his misery.
Have you got some kind of movement spells?
Not really. No. No.
And he's over above flat ground or trees.
It's pretty open space here.
That's not rubber. Oh, it's right.
There's one
Just
thing.
checking.
No. I want to find a kitchen range. No. Mate.
Yeah, all of my spells are pretty limited because being a war cleric, it's all about attacking and hitting stuff.
Yes.
And all my heals are pretty...
Mine are mostly not very nice.
You ought to use them spells to hit something sometime then.
Yeah. I did. I used like all of my good stuff, and then you guys were complaining, no, you should use all of your good stuff.
For everyone else, I can literally hear the cogs turn
Aye.
in Linda's head.
Aye.
We're just trying to buy her some more time.
Yeah, keep
Yeah.
talking.
Time slows down.
Can I possibly do to help you, my friend?
I mean, can you help Duncan? Is there something? Can you affect someone else that might help Duncan?
Can
I
you
thought he was
throw
dying
me?
on the next one.
Can you
Can you throw me?
can you move Tish closer in any way?
Yes,
Throw
I can
me,
move
babe.
you closer.
And while you're doing that,
How can you move her closer?
she's magic, man.
I just... this is great telly, I'm telling you. You're going to be editing this. Can I slap her with a mage hand over there?
Slap me.
I can misty step myself.
How far can you miss the step?
30 feet.
Is that an action or a bonus? No, it's not.
But itself
It's a
anyway.
bonus
You
action.
can't cast it on anyone else.
Okay, yeah, that was hopefully that's gonna be...
Can you slap me up and forward?
I mean, I certainly could. Could I
Oh.
just
Yeah.
throw her?
Yeah.
I got nothing else.
What a pickle.
Charm.
I think I'd like to play the pineapple at this stage.
Yeah, I think we just had to go
Except
into...
that we're going to lose our friend.
Well, we might be able to bring him back.
Okay. Just let him die.
You're all talking about me like I'm dead. It's all going splendidly to plan so far. I've killed the wyvern, and now I have the next bit of my plan to put into action.
Cool.
Oh, do you just?
So, right. Is there anything you would like to do under the?
there might not be anything you can do.
I don't think there really is.
Just hope for the best and hope he survives, or that we can put him together in one piece.
Yes. And target takes. The thing is already dead.
Okay.
All I can do is make him blind so he doesn't see it.
You cannot animate the wyvern and bring him back. So he can flap his little wings. Oh.
No, I
What
can't
about
do
the-
any of that.
What about that arm with the tattoos on it? Whip that in.
I could play it like a flute.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I will just head in that direction, and I don't know what else I can do. I don't want you to die.
Oh, I'm not going to die. It's
Your
all,
face is so pretty.
It's all under control.
Duncan?
Right.
Ground is rushing up towards you. The air is just now whistling past your face. You
So
see-
I'm on top of this wyvern, is that right?
yeah, let's say yes. So the last few seconds you've scrambled up in a dash from its claw, kind of trying to slowly move up. It's all going on so quickly. It's like it's the instinct that's kind of got you to here. You're up maybe halfway up its neck, but kind of. I'm not going to say you're going to get to the top of it, but the best way to describe it is it's folded in on itself. Like the main body here, the tail and the head up here, being the lighter parts of the body, and you're kind of halfway up, maybe say the neck.
Like a wyvern taco.
So I can't like run along it or anything like that.
It's not outstretched, no.
Oh, that was my plan.
Yeah. What, in the interest of it having not fallen straight down, we will roll whilst you're thinking about what you want to do.
Well, mostly I want to make sure I'm not underneath it when it hits the ground. That's my main concern. And then I was going to try and like jump closer to Tish in case she managed to feather for me. But
Okie dokie. So
I don't
what
know if
we'll
either
do-
of those is possible.
Okay, so you position yourself. So let's say use your movement as best you can to position yourself, and you kind of tense your kind of knees up, crouch. You kind of you coil yourself up as best you can.
Okay.
In the interest of a falling object not falling necessarily straight down, I'm going to get someone, not you Duncan, but someone could roll a percentile dice. So roll a D100 and a D10. The direction...
Or
so
I'm going to get Shoal to do it because
Yeah.
Because he's
sorry.
very good.
I'm banking that this is his time
Yeah.
to shine.
So 0 to 24, the wyvern would have moved that way by, say, 10 feet. 25 to
It'll be
49
fine.
on the dice, it's moving away from where Tish is standing.
Also, then I can just blame Krista when I
50,
die.
Sounds
51.
good.
So what's that? 50 to 74, it's moving this way. And then 75 to 100, it's moving or drifting slowly toward Tish.
Right. Big numbers. Big
I'm
numbers.
gonna-
here.
Big numbers.
Big numbers.
Oh, man.
I'm going to say that you can, from your coil position as well, Duncan, let's say that you'll be able to push off and maybe get yourself, I don't know,
See, I think it's, although these haven't been invented, I think it's like, when an elevator is falling and the cable snapped, just before it hits the ground, you can jump up and save yourself. I've heard that on the interweb, so it must be true.
absolutely.
So as it's going to hit the ground, I'm going to jump in the air, and then I'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Toward Tish.
Yeah.
You jump towards
Lands
And
on
then
it.
roll, I tell you what, before you do that, roll a d10 for me, Duncan. And this is just going to dictate how many feet you will move. And let's add your strength modifier to this.
Oh, that was a 1. So that's 4 feet. Doesn't get me significantly closer.
Okay.
Right. That is a 95.
Oh!
The big numbers.
So, as you launch off, Tish, you look, you kind of like gawping in despair, and you see the wyvern is slowly drifting towards you, just naturally coming in the direction of the cart. And you see at the very last minute, the coiled form of Dunkin Dana just spring off maybe 10 feet from the ground, leap into the air.
Shouting, Tish!
Oh my god. And then what? I'm a little bit. And then I throw my feather fall at him.
And at maybe 5 feet from hitting the ground,
Yeah, ooh.
he just comes into range. And Duncan, you suddenly just stop and just, and all that velocity just goes away. And like Mary Poppins, you just drift gently down onto the ground.
Oh, just like
As-
I planned it.
As
And the wyvern goes,
this giant wyvern just kind of implodes in on itself, and this eruption of gore and splatter just kind of cascade around you, showering you in guts and blood.
Yay. Plenty. Woohoo.
Plenty. I think, well done, Tish. Thank you for that. And I'm glad I put my faith in Rowan to save me there.
Yeah, but don't scare us like that, Duncan.
You don't play with the funny looking things again, you know that.
Oh, well, you know, I can't promise I'm not going to do these excellent plans again. Cause,
Oh, well, just let us know before you do them.
I'm not talking to Duncan for some time. He worried me.
Well, I didn't know I was going to be like attacked by a wyvern, did I? You know.
And there was definitely a point in that where I realised that you were never going to get in range.
Just little in a trip, but I mean
Well, those
well.
little legs can't carry very fast.
I'd done the maths, trust me. I realised you weren't going to get
Well, you did like jump up in the elevator and that will save you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
See?
that is science.
That's true, science.
So as you keep running to this
Yes.
gore-stained, gore-covered dwarf.
It's all right, Sean. I managed it. Thank you.
Good. I was.
But
Yeah.
Rowan helped me. I offered a prayer to him as I was mid-flight, and he's helped me there. So thank you.
Yes.
He must be thinking well of you again, and you must be in his favour.
He's born again.
Oh no, I knew a dwarf who was born again once. It was born once, but it was very windy. It went back up. He had to come out again. That's what Grandma Dana said, anyway.
Yes.
Feel like the
Yes,
second
it was a hell of a day for his
Yeah.
mother.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's fair enough. It's like you don't want to get out of bed in the morning if it's cold. Same principle, I suppose. But a few minutes later, you hear the kind of the movement of the wagon, Duncan, as it kind of comes up on the front of the. Or kind of, front
What
of
was the man
wagon.
who was in charge again?
Lav, he just like is looking at you.
It's all
wide-eyed.
right, Lav. I've sorted that for you. No worries there.
That was amazing.
I hear that quite a lot, to be honest. People think I'm stupid sometimes, but they always work out my plans.
The timing, and he goes, hey, I don't know how you did that, but
Well, you know, we're a team, you know. I mean, you know, all of us, we work well together.
Whatever.
And like, Tish was
I don't know,
Tish
but-
was redeeming herself for standing on a ridge for an entire
He
battle
kind of
there.
points
But
to
I'm
it.
never going to mention that again now because she saved my life.
Sure,
he points
mate.
to Undra and he
Thanks,
goes, this
mate.
one, she thought you cut it. She was saying, sorry to see you go, and like, can I get his boots, and all sorts.
I'd prepared my kindest words for you, and now no use.
They
Oh,
were,
I bet they were
they were
not-
your kind words?
Yeah, and his boats won't fit you though.
No,
Oh, you
I
won't-
don't want that stencher
no,
following
you
me
won't want
around.
them anyway. They've got wee in them.
Since I have more than we in them tonight, yes?
Oh, no. I was totally in control of that. I wasn't worried. Only you were worried, but I had it under control. I thought it all through and everything.
From the wagon. Did he die? Did he? Oh, he's alive. Oh, he needs a bath.
No,
The
it's all
little
good.
man-
I've
Cynthia
just
like-
killed that wyvern. It's fine.
He did? Well, technically, the ground killed him.
Oh, no, I killed it before it hit the ground. It was already dead. That was my plan, you see, to kill it and then ride it down to glory. And I think it all worked out very well.
It did.
Very showy. Nice.
Yes, yeah, planned, was it? Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Grandma Dana used to say, you don't have to be good, you just have to look good.
I'm
Guess
not
what?
understanding how this relates to the situation.
She's interrupted by Lava again, and you certainly looked the bomb, Duncan. Wow. I've never seen anyone do that, and I can't wait to tell the boys at the mine about this. They're never going to believe this. It's amazing.
Oh, I think you're good, but do mention it was a team effort, and if we had a name for our team, we could mention that, but we haven't come up with that yet.
No, well, you should. Yeah, I reckon we could get songs sung about this one in the cheerful lantern. Oh, yeah. The day Duncan. I don't know. There's got to be a name for it. And he starts kind of mulling over names of songs. Duncan the Wyvern Killer, riding the Wyvern from the skies. Explosion of the Wyvern. No, I'll come up with something. He kind of like gets. But anyway, let's go. I mean, you can probably have a bath at the overnight, and we'll get there as soon as we can.
Oh, I don't need a bath. It's not June yet. I'm fine.
And he looks at you guys. Is he serious?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you walk
Yes.
upwind from him.
It's not that. Okay.
We smush him in the puddle every now and again if we have to, but it's as good as it gets.
Or as long as there's no fish. I don't like fish.
Yeah, so, okay. Was it his axe that killed the Wyvern, or the smell?
Well, considering I've just saved you all from that big beast, I think you could be a bit kinder, really. Don't you? I think that's a bit.
I think a little
I
bit
really
of
like
kindness,
this.
Joking,
yes.
but yeah, bit whiffy.
Well, it was going to eat your horses, and then you would have to walk all the way with this big heart, and I just stopped it eating the horses. So you know,
Right, don't take offence, but I'm just saying, a nice bath, and you'd be a new dwarf.
but I like the old dwarf. I don't want to be a new one.
Oh, okay, no problem. Kind of quits while he's behind, digging his hole. Gets me. Right, well, upon the wagon, he kind of clicks the horses into kind of a bit skittish, but he gets them going. And the remainder of the day's travel, you follow again the mountain path as you were. You can. It's hard as the light goes to see much in the shadows of the mountain as the sun kind of disappears behind it. And Lav actually is the one to point out the hut in a small thicket of kind of sparse trees. Which
Sometimes I get called a small thicket. I don't think that's fair.
No, I wouldn't take that. No, not at all. You're obviously a clever man to come up with such a formulated plan like what you did earlier on. It's quite amazing.
He just meant he's a little bit chunky.
Yeah, so's that wyvern, yeah. But no. And he kind of keeps talking. You come up to this kind of halfway house, as it were. It's relatively well kept. Kind of the timber seems to be kind of well stained, neat and tidy. You can see a couple of barrels out along the side of the house.
So is this the cheerful lantern?
Oh no! This is the cheerful lantern is in the mining town. This is just that kind of the halfway house. Sometimes, and he kind of lowers his voice. That sometimes the merchants don't like to do a full day's travel. They're a bit precious, some of them. So they stop here overnight, have a feed, and then we'll finish the journey tomorrow to Millerton, which is the town of the mine. It's got everything you need. Well, you could say it's the mine's town, really, because it's owned by the company. So we'll stop here, have a feed. Symphony doesn't want to do the whole trek tonight, so we'll go on tomorrow.
Is the house well stained with blood?
No, I think they use some dark lacquer to weatherproof it.
Well, that's a
I mean,
disappointment.
blood could attract other beasts,
Yes. It could.
I was going to say, my underpants are quite well stained after that encounter with the wyvern.
Is it also blood?
Yeah,
We need to see someone.
No, a little bit wee came out.
Lev spends a bit of time just on helping get some things, light some lanterns, get the fire going in the coolness of the evening. He gets some kind of simple food out, meats, cheese, things like that.
Pie. Just cheeking.
There is pie.
Goodie.
Fruit pie. Sweet pie. Not savoury. But it's kind of cold meats and some vegetables that he quickly puts on to boil. And he looks over, he sees this kind of look in your faces and says, "Oh no, this is well provisioned. Pretty much once a week someone comes in and stocks things up here. Stonewall, they don't like people being not looked after.
We could just move in.
It's a little bit small for the four of you, but there's plenty
There's
of
only
cots
3 of
and-
us.
That's what I've been saying for ages, and no one will listen to me. I'm glad you agree.
You find yourself in the early evening having had some food. There's a bottle of wine that's been shared.
I will go and get a plate of pie for Tish, because she did a good job in saving me there.
You're such a nice friend.
And like that ground was going to be quite hard, so I really appreciate it, Tish. So thank you for that.
Any time for you, Duncan, and you.
Duncan
Just
hands
top
you
them.
your now second slice of pie.
Yeah.
You can have my piece, I don't mind.
Or we could share it. You're my business friend.
Oh, let's share the pie.
You
then,
and
that's
your
good.
exes.
Oh my God, it's like play school. Oh, they're all friends and nice. Why is Duncan not shooting fire out of his butthole?
Oh, that would be so funny.
Are you still a little shaken?
Oh, yeah. I don't think I could be able to control the jet quite right.
Yeah, best not. Let's play it safe.
I would want to set this place on fire.
A little loose sphincter tonight.
Also, I'm being on my best behaviour, so I don't show myself up in front of these people.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Um,
Is there any beer here?
Now that he's had a minute to calm
Yeah,
down.
Lav turns and goes, "Oh yeah, no," and he goes into a door at the back, and you see as he opens the door, it opens up not to the outside. The way the house is positioned, it's kind of it's almost kind of backed on quietly to this kind of area of rock, and you can see a little store in there. There's a couple of smaller kegs, just little wee ones, and he kind of picks one up and pulls it out, gets the wooden tap. Taps the keg and then just kind of pours a couple of mugs, and he brings one over and gives it to you, Duncan. He goes, this has been a good day. Survived an attack from a mountain wyvern. I got to see some of the most heroic stuff I've ever seen. Quite almost unbelievable. If I hadn't seen it myself, I would not have believed it, I've got to say.
Oh, you don't know the half of it. I can tell you some tales. Anyway, Sean's not drinking, so he best have some more milk. I'll have his.
I'd forgotten.
But yeah, is there and you're eating, you're drinking. Is there anything you want to ask or speak about? You have Lav and Symphony here. Symphony's kind of keeping to herself in a small area in a small room in the heart, a private room.
This is with me.
Is
But
she
the door is open.
Is she a private dancer?
I could do with a lap dance. It's been a hard day.
Or a lav dance?
You would know if you had a Lav dance. Do you want one?
Oh, no, I'm all good, thank you.
Sure.
Sean might be interested.
He might be quite. He's known to like.
He actually, out of his little pouch, he pulls out this little metal rectangle, and you can see some little holes carved into the back of it, and he just starts kind of. He looks at you funny and. What? What are you?
No, you just. No.
And he looks at it as he brings it up to his lips and starts kind of blowing into it, and he's kind of like tunes. This melody starts to form, and he kind of upbeat kind of tune on this very unique looking whistle that he has in his hand.
Do you know what we forgot to do this afternoon before we took off to get here? We should have got you to whip up a nice picture, a nice sketch of the disaster death of the thing.
I could have done one of the wyvern. Well,
Yeah.
I've committed. It's sort of seared into my memory.
Yeah.
So I will do that while we're having our beer and
Oh, that'd
rest
be
it.
nice.
I'll just do a
We
little
always
picture.
That would be
of
lovely,
us.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Good job, buddy.
A little selfie with it.
Yes.
Yeah. You kind of sketching away. That Lav turns around and goes, "So what? When you're just going to head back to uptown when you get to the mine? What are your plans when you're there?"
Oh, I've not really thought that through.
I mean, there's a bit
It's
to do.
surprising for me.
There's a small town, but I mean, not many visitors other than the people that work at the mine. So
Yeah, we will see what's amiss in the mine. Because there might be something that's out of the ordinary going on, but we cannot speak any more of this.
Well, I mean, I work in the mine. I do this as like a part-time, and I work as a shift captain. So, yeah, there's nothing really amiss in the mine.
Oh, we might have some mutual friends then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We certainly can't tell you about the magic hammer that's been found there.
You know about what they found?
No?
Oh, okay, fine.
Do you?
Anyway, you said you know some people at the mines.
So what did they find? That sounds like
They
a
found
interest-
something? Did you say they found something?
That sounds interesting.
We know
This is
a little
very
bit.
interesting.
Share. Have another drink
Well, I
and
mean, they're always
share.
finding stuff. It's a mine. There's big stuff out.
Lovely
So
gems, lovely gems.
I heard once they found a whole room full of pots.
Wow.
It was like the door was shut, and it was just full of all these different pots, big pots, little pots, long pots, tall pots,
long
pots.
pods.
stout pots. Yeah. No, there was heaps of them. It was really weird. All covered in dust and all sacred, and they shut the door because I think when the second person that went in there died, just like disintegrated into dust.
Yeah.
They figured that maybe it was an important room that wasn't supposed to be open, so they kind of sealed it back up and did something where no one could get in there again.
So where did they find the magic hammer?
He kind of looks around and kind of he kind of arches back and just kind of looks through the open doorway where Symphony, the gnome merchant, is just kind of working away, and he kind of like shuffles in close and goes, well, and he's slightly whispering now to you. They found something quite deep in this new excavation site that they're working in. It's a good mile into the mines and down, and there's this massive cavern that's opened up. And they think it's a hammer. They can't really see much. They see this thing sticking out of rock, but they can't get to it. It's a real conundrum.
Why can't they get to it?
I don't know. No one knows. There's this thing stopping people from getting so close to it.
Like
Does
a
it
force
break all
field.
of their legs?
No.
Is it like a force field?
Oh well.
Energy.
I don't know. I haven't really heard much more than that.
Is it a
But
big
I know
hole?
it's really frustrating them because they reckon it could be some
Build a bridge.
super special like hammer or weapon of the gods.
Have they tried a trebuchet?
What's that? Is that like a move?
Yeah.
But
Just
no, I mean
put
that's
a
all
little gnome in
that's
it.
all I've heard. But
Fire them over. See what
but you know
happens.
they've got their minds set on finding it or getting it. So they've got a couple of them wizards trying to figure it out.
Can't you just tunnel around it?
No, well, it doesn't. They've tried a few ways to get to it, but no, it's just this massive cavern, and I hear that there's things carved into pillars, and it's like this invisible force. Like, it's amazing.
I believe the right person should just go there and summon it.
I think you might be right.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to see those pictures on the columns, though. That sounds
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could be reminiscent of other
We'd have
times.
to do some rubbings in there.
And we could get some copies of them pictures as well.
Yes. Yes, they've been a hot topic on the trail.
So, if somebody wanted to go and look in the mine,
Yeah.
because they have an interest in mines, but no interest in magical hammers, just an
No.
interest in
We'd like to
mining.
do a
Mines.
tour of the mine.
Yeah, that'd be
is
so
that
cool.
possible?
You probably need permission. Employees are fine to go down there, but it's not always. It's not a public attraction. If you know what I mean, it's a working mine.
Of
Lots
course,
of
of
dangers in
course.
working mines, but
But you're like our mate, and you're like a shift manager.
well, kind of. But I mean, I'll get so far. I mean, I report to a few people.
And it'd be like something to honour your cool friend Duncan after he killed the
Or
What a treat for him.
Ivan thing. Yeah, that'd be cool.
a special tour? Because me and Tish, we both like being underground.
Yeah, I do love a good rock. Mm.
Sometimes
Well,
I like
we
it,
can certainly
sometimes I
ask
don't.
questions. But I mean,
That'd be lovely.
do you have any? You said that there's a few people that you might know. Maybe you know someone that that is higher up in the pecking order than what I know. I mean, I'd have to go to Rents and speak to him, and he might be able to kind of find something. But
Well, we've got to go and give them that note to get that money for the gems anyway, haven't we? That we did.
And then there's, what's his name? Oh, Chess.
Chasselas.
That's it, Chesselas. Chesselas still working here? I love that name.
Doesn't sound familiar. Sorry.
Top-notch bloke.
Let me have a look.
Anyone
Chassilar.
remember?
Koveg.
Oh, yeah, Kobe. Yeah.
Koveg. Oh, Undrill. No. Did we kill him? No, I don't think we did. Rentstowner.
Oh no, Renz. Yeah,
Yes.
the captain of the guards that work at the town.
Sir Ellison. A message
name.
from Sir Ellison regarding the possible theft. Oh, yes, we did that. Ivar Silver Eyes. Do you know him?
Yeah, he's the master of coin that works for the company. He's based in the town. So he basically, anything that goes through the mine, Mr. Silver Eyes knows about it. So
And Jamie Durthane.
Defane's familiar, but no, I don't know. There's a lot of people work there. It's a town, but yeah, no. I mean, I can definitely introduce you to Rents, who I know, and if you've got a note of, well, what's your note that you've got to give them?
We recovered a load of their gems that had been stolen, and then we've got a note that says they will pay us.
Well, likelihood is you'll have to meet Mr. Silver Eyes to get that kind of compensation. So, yeah.
And Redaro. Redaro was a scout captain. Asmund was a guard. He's been killed. What is it?
Tristan.
Ridaro's not been killed. Yeah,
No. Asmund.
Ridalo Gallandon. Yeah, no, he. And he works. The scouts, and as you can imagine, there's quite a lot of wealth in the mine. So there's always bandits and people trying to sneak in and steal stuff. So the town itself is walled off. You'll see tomorrow. So yeah, and there's normally patrols. You're just kind of ranging a little bit out from the town wall just to make sure no one gets too close. So yeah, and Ridaro's part of that. He's kind of scout captain of that troop. So yeah, it's a good guy. Pretty nice. You seem to know quite a few people.
Oh, so many. Have you heard of a man called Abe Feather something?
No.
He's a traveling merchant. No,
Can't say I have,
sells
sorry.
some beautiful things. No.
Abe Weatherwild. Abe Weatherwild. The
Oh,
man,
yes.
the man who
Yeah.
sold,
I mean,
sold
yes.
the mirrors.
I mean, I know a few people, but most of the people I know are from the mine. And to be honest, I grew up south of here. So yeah, I don't know.
So if someone was thinking of perhaps settling down close by, do you think it's better to get a job as a guard, or work in the mine?
Oh, I mean,
Especially if you love mines.
I mean, if you love mines, it's probably pretty easy to get a job in the mine. I mean, yeah. I mean, they always want more people. I mean, it's a big, pretty expansive mine down there.
That'd be
But
great.
yeah.
Who would we see about becoming miners?
I can have a bit of a chat with someone, but to be honest, if you're meeting Mr. Silver Eyes, and I'm sure Missy in there will tell him of the good deeds that you've done, and if you're obviously getting compensation for something that you've done for the mine, that's all good. But yeah, I mean, you might even, I don't know.
So where
Yeah,
do we
that's
find Ivor?
Oh, he'll be in the town hall, and he normally actually stays in the Stonewall Manor at the top of the town. Sometimes it's where Lord Stonewall lives when he comes to visit, but he's not there very often. So it's you could say that Mr. Silver Eyes is the boss. The bean counter's always always the ones in charge. So yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm in charge, because I can count to 3.
What happens when there's more than that?
There's never more than that.
I don't really understand that question.
It's a pretty simple way to look at life, I suppose.
Well, I'm a pretty simple kind of dwarf.
And you know what? If you ever had a big pile, you just go 1, 2, miss a few, 3.
Oh, never miss any. It's just 1, 2, 3. You get
you
into trouble
always-
if you miss them out.
You always get them with the second X if you can. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, no. And he stretches out. And, well, how about you? All that excitement has got me all tuckered out, so I'm going to go and get some kit. I've got a shift later on tomorrow, so I should probably get some sleep.
Is this place like safe, or do we need to have a guard like watching out during the night?
No, I mean, it's pretty safe. I mean, I wasn't going to. I should probably stay up, but
Well, we
We're
don't have to if
tired.
it's safe, because like if there's any trouble, we'll handle it. But I just want to know
Nah.
whether we
We'll be
need to
alright.
have someone. You
We're
know.
very important people.
no, I mean, I don't think so. No one normally stays on guard here.
Okay.
Lock the door. Someone's got to try and break in. That's normally enough time to wake up. If they do, never do. So yeah.
Right.
And, he kind of gets up and goes and checks on the merchant and then comes out and door shuts behind him, and then he kind of goes over to a kind of a low chair and just kind of wraps a blanket around him. This is clearly a place that is fit for purpose for the merchants travelling, not necessarily anyone else. So there's a number of kind of makeshift cots and chairs and kind of couches around. Yeah. But it's warm and there's more beer for you to drink.
Oh yes, I should put my beer blanket on, and then I'll have a nice lie down and a bit of a sleep.
And you dream wonderful dreams of flying through the sky, Duncan, and floating.
It's funny because sometimes I do have these dreams that I'm an eagle, and I'm just soaring through the air. I don't know where they come from, but I'm just like it's like I've turned into an eagle and I'm just flying.
A little dumpy eagle.
A stinky little
A
dumpy.
stinky dumpy little eagle.
Oh,
It's quite majestic.
well, it is. And sometimes I'm like flying majestically, and then I see something on the ground and I poo on it.
That's really smart. Yeah.
It's quite similar to his day to day.
Yeah. very, very so.
And you should see the damage dice on that. It's amazing. On that note, we're going to hold there for the evening. Thank you everyone for listening.
We just leave the listeners with that lovely image. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you again next time.
Check out our Facebook page and our Instagram and our website, Kiwis and Dragons. And if you want to throw us a gold coin on Patreon, we're on that now. I think I've done. Oh, and we've got YouTube. So if you're listening, you can watch us on video and see how brilliant we are on video as well.
We're going to your Witcher.
Or you can make a song out of that, Tish.
I probably could if I tried
If
hard.
we knew what a Witcher was, that
Yep,
would make.
if only. Sounds
Maybe
pretty.
throw a coin to your dwarven wyvern killer. Just
Yes.
work that into a song. That would be
Throw a
great.
coin.
Anyway, I'm rambling now. Thanks everyone. See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Later.